Exams.
Anxiety.
Practice.
Homework.
No sleep.
Everyone gets drained in their own ways. The question is, how are you being refilled? We're The Refill, an on-campus coffee house that fosters community with an emphasis on spiritual growth.
This space stresses the importance of togetherness. That's why it's not a coffee shop, but a coffee house.
It's why it's for students, by students.
Why not combine our daily coffee with our daily bread?
Gordon College strives to graduate men and women distinguished by intellectual maturity and Christian character, committed to lives of service and prepared for leadership worldwide. That is the school's mission statement. An opportunity to fulfill that statement is an opportunity worth investing in. College is such a pivotal time in our lives. It's scientifically proven that we develop habits and follow patterns that shape the way we live post-college. That's why there needs to be major emphasis that students are creating genuine relationships, participating in discipleship, and getting the help and attention they need. There's a common thread weaving through untapped potential on campus. We have a student body ready to grow, develop, and lead in their respective gifts and vocations. 2. A sample size of the same student body summarized in a poll that 70% of students drink coffee or tea at least once a day. 3. There is a space available to make all of this happen. That common thread we mentioned before is community, and it's all rooted in coffee, conversation, and ultimately Christ.
These things exist on campus, but in distant and separate ways. There's no unifying factor. When it comes to being refilled, students don't have the adequate setting or structure. We have the honor to take part in one of the largest gatherings of Christians in New England when we meet for chapel, but we won't just be filled from a great teaching by our chaplain. And many issues and struggles of our students get swept under the carpet. Application of the word to our lives, a constant pursuit of spiritual formation, and sharing life together with our fellow students is where we'll be spiritually refilled. In the same poll mentioned previously, only 15% of students believe that the current coffee spaces on campus serve good coffee and have a good atmosphere. College students are one of the highest demographics of coffee drinkers in the U.S., so we believe both of the quality of the coffee and the environment it's being sold in is limiting the monetary and strategic value of the coffee business at Gordon. Basically, Gordon students don't have the structure, space, or freedom to truly thrive towards our full potential in this community.
Acts 2 models perfectly how Christ calls us to live, day by day, breaking bread, praising God, all of this done together. We believe prayer and worship is a huge part of the Christian life, and so we want to create a space where students can both perform and rest. We will host sessions morning, noon, and night for students to sign up to play an instrument, sing, or simply read scripture. Worship groups finally won't have to fight for a space and time on campus. We would host and schedule them all. One main goal is to train, equip, and develop new and existing leaders on campus who are running small groups or ministries and providing them with the resources and mentoring they need. In turn, they will help disciple and train other students so they can step into leadership roles when the other graduates. We want to create transformational programs for students with different passions, different ages, and in different seasons of life, as well as the 21 varsity athletic teams. And finally, students that need one-on-one attention, they have the ability to sign up for times to meet with students or faculty on our refill team. When it comes to the coffee house, essentially everything will be student-led and connected to the business department. Things like marketing, accounting, and business development will be managed and run by the student interns. This would provide valuable experiential learning and internship opportunities for students. A long-term goal is to connect the coffee beans we source with the missions trips that Gordon runs, but for now, our plan is to partner with Hope Coffee Ministry. The emphasis here is that students are leading students toward intellectual maturity, Christian character, and service.
Our friends over at Indiana Wesleyan University have been using this model for a few years now. They have a head manager, 6 student interns, 12 shift managers, and 44 baristas, and business is booming. With this structure and business model, success is inevitable. Here's the financial breakdown with some more proof. We've estimated our startup costs to be around $100,000, including renovation, starting cash balance, initial inventory, and furniture. We have also estimated our first 3 years of revenue, year 1 being $150,000, with the assumption that we are selling 100 cups of coffee per day at an average cost of $5. Hope Coffee costs $60 per 5 pounds of coffee. Using this expense along with cups, milk, and miscellaneous items, we estimate a total of $40,000 in cost of goods sold for year one. Our calculated gross margin is 72.89% and a total around $109,000.
This venture is not to undermine or compete with the current coffee spaces and ministries on campus. In fact, we hope to work in tandem to create one unified place where students can enjoy fantastic coffee and genuine relationships. No more driving off campus for quality coffee. No more sitting in your room alone watching Netflix on a Friday night.
Griffin and Olivia come to the team with experience from their business majors, while Carrie brings in skills as an art major. We like to look at this venture through the lens of collaboration. So while we each come from different backgrounds, we have found that we've been able to draw from each of our own unique wirings to be able to build this vision into what it is today.
We would love for you to come alongside us and invest in this mission of uniting and equipping Gordon's campus through the Refill Coffee House. In order for this to come to fruition, we are looking to raise $100,000. We believe this will transform the Gordon College community for years to come.